We're headed back to Melon Creek Outfitters, this time taking advantage of one of the courses at Bridle Iron South, a 2-day shooting school with some of our friends from brands from across the industry.
Show of hands, anyone taking a precision rifle course of any nature? Okay. Average distance you guys engage, probably inside 400, would you say? Cool. So we're gonna, in a perfect world, the goal is to attain hits out to 1,000 while you're here, but make you self-sufficient inside of 600.
Genesis of the trip, I think, get together with some industry partners to come down here, bond, if you will, do some shooting, do some long range shooting, get a little bit of training, some stuff we haven't done before. Me personally haven't done some things before, so that's what kind of brought us all together.
So basically a second focal plane, as you're adjusting the magnification, the reticle does what?
Stays the same.
Stays the same.
Grew up hunting with Dad and everything. He kind of taught me the ropes of hunting. Now I'm here learning the ropes of shooting. You know, coming here, and the benefit is everybody coming at this event with a different mindset and a different background.
What I tell people is think about leaving a fingerprint on that trigger blade. So if your finger had ink on it, like you're putting a fingerprint, if you're rolling it all over the place, it's just gonna smudge. So try to leave like a nice clean fingerprint on that trigger blade. But I will just say steady, 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 steady.
You know, growing up in Kansas, I like to say that I'm a little bit of a closet redneck, right? So we were just out chasing white-tailed deers and Kentucky windage and kind of eyeballing a shot. And so really coming here to this school and learning, hey, how do you shoot 1,000 yards? How do you trust your equipment? How do you build that base of knowledge to be able to get out here and ring some steel? I was really excited to learn kind of the practical and the theoretical of how you shoot that far.
Know your ability from different positions. Like I know I can shoot prone to this, seated to this, kneeling to this, standing to this.
As far as the long range rifle stuff, I do shoot long range. I've never taken a class in long range shooting before. It was very informative, the information that Nick gave to us.
The best wind callers I've ever met will tell you that they cannot call wind within 1 mile per hour. It's always changing. I feel pretty confident that you can say it's a 1 to 3, it's a 5 to 8, if you can give a range or a bracket. Well, people who are much smarter than myself have realized that ballistic coefficient on the round kind of has a good way to measure how big that bracket can be. So we typically say a 5.56 is like a 3 mile per hour gun. So what that means is our wind brackets are 3 miles per hour. 308 we say is a 4 mile per hour gun. 6.5, 5 mile per hour, 300 Win Mag is usually a 6 mile per hour, so on and so forth. Well, that 6 mile per hour, 5 mile per hour usually corresponds with the ballistic coefficient. So 6.5 Creedmoor is usually a 0.5 something BC. So where Mills kind of reigns supreme is this. So if I have a 1 bracket at 100, my hold's gonna be 0.1. If I have a 1 bracket at 200, see where this is going?
Whenever you get to a range and you take a course, whether it's long distance or pistol, it really shows you what you don't know. So heading out to the range after some time in the classroom is an awesome way to take what you've learned and put it into real practice.
For distance, directly in front of us is 200. To the 1 o'clock of that, the furthest right one is 3. Then if you come diagonal, kind of back in like 11 o'clock, the slightly further one is 4. And then the 1 o'clock of that is 5. Okay, when you're ready on 300, go ahead. Okay, a little bit high. So elevation is good now. So I would record in your phone, just put 300 equals 1 mil. Right 0.5. Right 0.75. Got it. Missed off the left edge like 1 inch, the first one. Elevation's good.
Good.
Yep.
We walked out to about 400 now, and we're hitting like an 8-inch steel plate, working our way down the line. So far so good. It's nice. Everybody's shooting suppressed. Everybody's shooting these savages, and Griggs and Trace doing nice too. Remington Avalon's grouping, everybody's having a good time learning a lot. So it's been fun so far.
One of the coolest things about this course is knowing or figuring out what you don't know. The biggest eye-opener for me showing up here was the wind. Having explained wind, mirage, things like that, and how to read it, eye-opener for me. I was not prepared for that, and I feel almost less prepared, again, now knowing what I don't know.
Practicing is important with all disciplines of shooting because it's a perishable skill. If you don't practice it, you will lose it.
I'm a marketing guy, and I didn't take a lot of math in college, right, or even high school, if I'm being honest. And so learning the theoretical part behind long-range shooting was eye-opening.
I had never done any long-range shooting at all, so just as confusing as it is, math is sometimes hard, and there's a lot of math I found out in long range, and a lot of stuff you have to memorize. It's not just turning a dial.
And for me, it was like, hey, I need a semester of this. I don't need 2 days. I could really love to learn more behind how it is we reach out there and touch steel at 1,000.
It's rare to find a facility that you like where you can train by day and hunt by night, but that's what Melon Creek and Bridle Iron offer, and that's one of our reasons that we love coming down here. It's really the best of both worlds.
There was 30 hogs in that pack.
I must have been low.
Yeah, 90, 100 pound sow.
Yeah.
Running, George, they're running.
Get up.
My favorite thing about a Glock pistol is the consistency of the gun, the reliability and accuracy. You can shoot any Glock pistol, no matter what caliber, what model.
3 rounds in the A box in the chest. The goal is to try and shoot that A out of the box.
They all function exactly the same, so you're learning one set of procedures to shoot the pistol, and it's very consistent. The trigger pulls are all very consistent, and the accuracy is very good.
What I see, and it's what I most commonly see, is the orientation of the gun when it comes out of the holster. 2 most common ones are bowling and fishing. Make sense? What I typically try and do is drag that front sight on the front of my holster, so that way as soon as it breaks, it's parallel to the ground, also oriented at my target, because now my hips are square, my thumb's pointed generally at my target. I feel pretty confident from 5 yards that I could start engaging from right here if I needed to on my way up to the target. Does that make sense?
I think everybody just getting to learn a new rig, so your holster, your mag pouch, and the gun itself, it's not your personal stuff.
Ready?
So it took a few rounds for people to get in, but I think at the end everybody was pretty dialed in, hitting their spots, learning from the instructor, and getting off good shots. So for me, Glocks fit my hand better than any other pistol, and plus just the ease of maintenance. So I think mostly it's just they're so simple and easy to shoot and fun to shoot.
Rounding out the trip with the pistol course was a really fun way to do it. None of us are, crack shots, but it was awesome to be able to see the instruction be applied and everyone's groups tighten up and just kind of finish the trip on a high note, with everybody bonding over the last few days and having a great time. Anytime you get to hunt and shoot with new friends, old friends, it really kind of ties in everything you're doing and leaves you with long-lasting and fun memories.